Hey everybody, Cal and Dan here with Birdies and Bourbon. Hey Dan, sorry bro. Let's see. Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau have officially broken Twitter. They're probably going to owe all that PIP money back to be able to put Twitter back together again. And fuck, I can't handle this bullshit, man. I've already lost my train of thought. So that just goes to show how many times I've watched it. Because it's like a movie. It's like a short film, and I've already got the movie memorized. You've watched it at least 3,000 times. At least that's what Instagram says. So
exactly. I just ball strike my way around this place.
I don't know how you can read those green. All right, so hold on. By the way, I broke out the good stuff. I broke out the Wild Turkey rare breed rye for this one. I need something that packs a punch.
You do need something that packs a punch.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you live rent free in that head.
So, exactly. I mean, so here's what I can't believe. I can't believe that we're getting. Well, hold on. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, just stop listening immediately. Like, turn it off. Go find some other true crime podcast to listen to, because you're not going to get anything that we say. But so I think it was Friday afternoon, Koepka is getting interviewed after the round by Todd Lewis. By the way, caveat, we need to pay attention to the Golf Channel broadcasters that are at Colonial this week, because I got a feeling somebody ain't showing up. I don't know how. Hold on, we'll get to that in a minute. Let me get back to so Koepka is being interviewed. He's talking about the court. He's talking. I just kind of ball struck my way around the place, and I don't know how anybody could read the greens around here. With what was happening, and talking about the wind blowing, and then all of a sudden you hear click, 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 and Koepka's rolling his eyes and going on, and then here you see Bryson. So the one thing I can say, and we'll talk a little about where this rivalry came from in a minute, but the one thing I can say is Bryson definitely walks faster than he plays golf. And it's a good thing, because that he could have been in camera a whole lot longer if he was going about his normal day. So here's what happened, right? So I'll go back at least to 2019 at Abu Dhabi. And so you've got Koepka and Bryson. And after the round, Bryson basically says, I don't know how it takes anybody a minute and 20 seconds to hit a golf ball. So he's talking about Bryson's slow play. And it is no secret. Bryson he definitely has the attention of the PGA when it comes to slow play. So it is a real thing. So fast forward. That was in January 2019. Bryson kind of makes the comment. He didn't call Bryson out, but it was pretty obvious about who he was talking about. Fast forward to August of 2019. They're at the Northern Trust. They get together on the range, and Bryson later says, "Hey, everything's cool, all good, not a big deal, fantastic talk, etc."
Yep.
48 hours later. That's when, Bryson's inviting Brooks, is like, hey, say it to my face, meet me. Bryson fires back about something, meet me on the first tee. And I think that was with Pat Perez and Michael Collins on their Sirius XM show, where that was, where he released that. And he said, yeah, hey, meet me on the first tee kind of thing. So, or at least that whole debacle that continued. So it kind of continues and continues and continues. Bryson gets voted the top 50 fittest guys, and this is after the weight gain, right? So this was in February 2020. So he comes back, he's kind of redeveloped his body, and I'm looking at the two, and I'm going like, shit, I'm voting for Brooks. I don't know about you, but I don't look at men's bodies a lot, but if you're watching golf, you can't help but see who they are, and they're athletes, right? So I don't know how that one really worked out, but and then Koepka, Brooks is calling out Koepka for he doesn't have a six pack, and Koepka posts the 4 major trophies, and he's like, oh, you're right, I'm too shy of a six pack kind of thing.
Yep.
What do you get next? You got Brooks with the bad haircut, and DeChambeau's posting the Kenny Powers, which I can imagine how that got him, because it's no secret Brooks is pissed off that he's a 4-time major winner and he's not a 4-time World Series winner. So, it's not our fault. Hey, yes, you're a good athlete. Understood. You're in great shape. But you absolutely want to be on the diamond. You don't want to be on the links. We get it. But just accept whatever talent you got, right?
Right.
Hey, his brother's like, shit, I'll take anything. So, there you go.
There you go.
What do we got? So fast forward again, July 2020. So this is after the comeback. You got the Fire Ant episode. Brooks is calling him over. His ball's sitting next to what may be a
Bryson's calling him over.
Oh yeah, sorry, Bryson. Yeah. So Bryson, his ball's kind of sitting near a tree. There's a fire, maybe a fire ant pile, and he says fire ant hill, I guess, if I'm going to be technical about it. And he does get a ruling of a dangerous situation. He gets to move his ball, and shortly thereafter, the next day, Brooks hits a ball. It kind of goes a little errant out of the fairway, and Brooks is like calling Ricky over. He's his caddy, Ricky Elliott. He's like, Ricky, get over here. He's like, look, there's ants. He's like, I'm just fucking with you. There's no ants there. So kind of calling out Bryson again. Definitely cracking on him for, hey, there's no reason to be scientific out here. All we're doing is playing golf, kind of thing. And that was at Harding Park. Where else did we kind of wind up at? I don't know, the Jenna thing. Maybe not. But so fast forwarding, we get to the cleat incident. And I guess it gets on his nerves. Yeah, the spikes, right? Because he's not wearing cleats. So Bryson's got spikes. He's wearing old school metal spikes. I guess Brooks doesn't. He's wearing kind of the soft spike or spikeless shoes. And that getting on his nerves, getting interviewed by Todd Lewis from the Golf Channel. And, here he comes and just has a complete meltdown. So, Dan, here's my question.
Okay.
Was the meltdown by the way, it is, the perception is that Bryson said something as he walked by. I don't know that he did or he didn't. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear Bryson say anything to Brooks. I thought it was just, and you saw him kind of cut his eyes over as he's kind of doing the interview. He sees him out of the corner of his eye.
Yeah.
I didn't hear Bryson say anything, but I did hear the cleats. And clearly, that the guy's doing an interview. You got a guy with a microphone in front of you. Obviously, there's a camera there. I don't know what size the camera was, but they're professional athletes, right? They do this thing regularly. He had to know that he was getting interviewed, and he walks like right behind it.
Yeah.
Blown out of proportion or legitimate?
I think Brooks was tired. It was Friday evening. He had a okay day on the course, but probably didn't like the way he played. He was tired. You could tell before he even started talking, he was kind of tired. He's already rolling his eyes and stuff. And he just hates this guy. Bryson didn't say anything to him. I slowed it down. I blew up the sound. And Bryson was talking about like a good shot he had on 18 or something. That's what I got out of it, because I listened to him walk by. He didn't say anything to Brooks.
So you did watch it 3,000 times.
3,001. Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah. But no, he didn't say anything to him. I think Brooks just really doesn't like Bryson. Doesn't like anything about him.
I think that these two guys are, how they say opposites attract.
Yeah.
I think these guys are very similar. I think in their demeanor, I think in their mindset. And I think it is, childish as shit, man. It's like you're a professional athlete, but Bryson drives a Bentley to the golf course. Okay.
He's sponsored by Bentley.
My point, that he didn't have to pay for it. Now there's some sweat equity in there. I get it. I'm not saying that, he's getting handouts necessarily, but, and you've got Brooks, that for him to get that frustrated over the guy walking right behind him, that guy must have some serious, he's got a complex, man. Again, put the two side by side. He's probably bitter that Bryson won the, 50 best. I'm saying even the 50 fittest athletes, right? So that's probably one rub. The second, I don't know where his game was. Obviously it was good enough to put him in the final pairing on Sunday. So, it wasn't horrible. And he's having this meltdown and I don't get what it was about. Do you think the feud's real though?
Yeah, I do think the feud's real. I really think Brooks does not like Bryson. And I think Bryson might be just having fun with it because Bryson, I don't think he really cares what Brooks thinks. And in a way, if you look at it, like who are they idling? It looks like Brooks kind of like mimicking like what Tiger was doing. And then Bryson is just, 2021 version of Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, that I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, not very professional. Not that we're professional to say the least, but I think that I just think the way that I think Bryson won hands down. Like if you want to call that a feud or if you want to call that a battle in the war, hands down, Bryson. It's 1-0 right now in favor of Bryson. I mean, he just mopped the floor with the guy in that meltdown, man.
Yeah. Brooks didn't come off looking too good in that one. I think Brooks probably is like, yeah, you know what? I'm too cool for school. I don't really care what I look like. I am pissed off. That's my image I'm portraying here. And Bryson's like, I got you or whatnot. And I'm living rent free in that head is what he said.
But see, that's the point that I wanted to make is I think Brooks wants to come off as he's like the too cool guy. But it's one of those, it's like, dude, you're trying way too hard, man. I mean, you're trying way too hard. And I think this did the exact opposite. That image that he wants to portray, he did the goofy haircut thing and he drinks Michelob Ultra. I don't get that either.
Sponsored.
But I get it. But I mean, that's your only option. No. It's not. It's a PGA gig, but I don't understand how he totally, I think, just derailed any image that, hey, I'm the cool guy. I got here one word for you: baseball player. and I'm friends with a lot of baseball players. We've had some professional baseball players on the show. I don't mean that in a negative way necessarily, but what I would say is, give me anybody that's played competitive baseball, and it doesn't have to be professional. It could be collegiate. It could be, maybe it was even high school, if you will. But baseball players, they just have this thing. They've got this thing about them, and every single one that I've ever met kind of have it. And it's always there. I think it's maybe a little heavier on others than it is, but I think this guy, I think he set himself back, and he didn't win the trophy.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it's the envy about becoming a baseball player, and he heard those spikes, and he's like, "Oh, I never got to play in baseball."
Ooh, I didn't get to wear the spikes.
I couldn't wear those in t-ball.
I had to go to Europe to get my PGA card, and the whole time I could have been playing shortstop.
I loved golf. Twitter today was on fire. We had everybody from VJ Singh to Phil himself commenting on this thing. Holy cow. Perfect day. Yes.
I think it would be very noble of Phil. He is not going to do it. Trust me. Phil is like everybody thinks Phil's the everyday common man, as he's chugging, $40,000 bottles of wine, out of the bottle. So I don't know what common man does that, but I think it would be very noble of him to step aside and say, no. Let's let Brooks in on the action. I can't believe it, and that's why when I'm asking you if the rivalry is real. I mean, this whole friggin' show. I mean, it's. I've said on the show on Monday. I mean, this is like WWE. What's happening with the Phil win right now? We haven't seen the video yet, but talk about scripted shit. And it's great for golf. I mean, I'm not saying it's good for the game of golf, because they weren't actually playing. What we're talking about is not them playing golf. We're talking about that aura that kind of surrounds, the golf, the PGA bubble. And the PGA bubble has got to be thinking, shit, why didn't we do this PIP years ago? And number two, why did we only make it $40 million?
Yeah.
This is what they're doing for $4 million. Imagine what they would do for $10 million.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to chalk this one up with you as a battle one for Bryson, in that Brooks didn't look good in it. Looked like it got to him a little bit. And I'm not sure if that made him mad over the whole weekend or not, but I'm chalking up there, and I cannot wait. Give me a U.S. Open Torrey Pines final pairing of Bryson and Brooks, please.
Hey,
Please.
it's not unrealistic for that to happen.
And or those guys need to do a charity match of their own, and do a charity for something, right? And raise money or whatever it is. And they can pick somebody they want to play with, or they can just go one-on-one. I don't care.
Breaking news. Brooks's his publicist has already called him, and they've already set it up. I think they're going to be in WrestleMania 2021. Maybe.
Which one is more likely to go on the WWE? Kind of like what Rodman did when he was on the Bulls.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
which one's more likely?
Oh man, that's
a Brooks thing. That's a Brooks thing.
I think it's totally Bryson. I mean,
really?
I think we saw a side of Brooks during this whole episode that I think it's going to be taken completely the wrong way. And I think him like firing those jabs back out there. I mean, the whole, Aaron Rodgers, sorry, bro, you're going to have to spend the whole round with Bryson. Mm-hmm. And, can you believe the Mickelson comment? I can't believe that.
Hey, Phil wants his $4 million too.
I totally get it. I get it. I just, I'm kind of floored. They've taken that gentleman's game and they've turned it up a notch or two. I mean, it's
fun. It's fun. I mean, what other sport has got this kind of drama right now? Like, and not right now. Like, even if they're not in season, I don't even think basketball or anything's got this kind of drama. I mean, it is phenomenal.
I mean, just think back to, the Phil and Tiger days, right? And it's no secret. I mean, those guys did not want to play with each other. They were not best of friends. I mean, they were competitors. Yeah. And, but you didn't hear any of this stuff, right? I mean, it wasn't at this level to any degree. I mean, the best you got were rumors, right? Or you had some innuendos of, there's not good chemistry between the two, but you didn't ever get any of this like, hey, on camera stuff. And we got it now.
We got it now.
I'm interested to see where it goes. I'm interested to see what the response. I mean, we've had plenty of responses today from many, many people. And I think people are going to just keep poking.
Okay. And let me ask you this. So we saw, it was a couple days ago. You said it was pre PGA. I'm not sure when it was, but somebody was out there during a Bryson practice round and was egging him on, calling him Brooksy. Oh yeah. Do you think anybody would go follow Keopka and call him Bryson? I don't think so. I think that guy would come on.
No, I don't think so. No,
I don't think they would ever do that.
Yeah, I think you're getting, he's dressing you down right there on the spot. Like, that ain't happening. I mean, Bryson did turn around and say something to the guy like, hey, whoever that is, get out of here. I think Koepka's coming over the ropes at you, which, again, is this the meltdown of Brooks Koepka? I mean, I think we just saw a side of him that he didn't want anybody to see. I think he intended to do something. I think there was intent there. I don't know that whole meltdown and him cussing and it's on air and you've got the Golf Channel microphone right there plastered all over the place. And because, I mean, hey, it's down now. You can't go on and watch it. So meaning that it's down now. Okay. I mean, maybe you're building interest in more people to go find it, but I think it's down now because it's like that shit should have never been released.
I will be glued to the PGA Tour Media Center next week it's got to be on a Tuesday, right? For Muirfield, they are going to get this question next week.
Well, do you think they're going to actually accept the interview?
Yeah, I think so. That's one of the pip points. And Brooks has no trouble like saying, I don't like that guy or whatever, I mean, we're not going to get into it right now, but he did
a bottle of bourbon, bottle of whiskey, whatever, okay. Bottle of alcohol. Mm-hmm. When Brooks is asked that question in the interview, mm-hmm. Brooks is going to say, I have no comment on that.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
Or something along those lines.
I don't even know who that is.
Right, yeah, right. I mean, but you know what I'm right. You know what I'm saying. Like he is not going to address it. He's not going to give any specifics. He's not going to answer it. Okay, so basically, you're declining my bet. That's
what did he win? What did he win? Like one U.S. Open with no fans there? Who cares?
Right. You're getting nothing. You're getting absolutely nothing out of him. Now, on the other hand, I think with Bryson, I think you're going to get something. I think you're going to get I don't know. I saw some things on Twitter. I posted back. I thought they were being cute and funny. And, he said something in a comment about something. Oh, sorry. I don't know what that is. I think that's totally how that's going to get played out. And they're going to squash it and not let it go.
All right. I think that's good for today. But I love this. We'll be back because we did one of these. We did one of these like last summer, and it's been a little quiet for a little while. We haven't heard whole lot of this feud, kind of the flame sparking again or whatnot. And it is. I think we got some fun months ahead right now.
What about so we don't want to promote violence.
No, of course not. We get kicked off Twitter.
Yeah, but well, some people were promoting violence today. I saw some pretty evil things out there. But what about like a bench press contest? Like let's bring them in. I'm thinking we do like a like the combine, like the NFL combine, and you don't have to do the NFL stuff. Definitely, maybe the baseball stuff. I don't know if Bryson would be up for it, but let's do a bench press contest. That let's see, let the chips fall where they may.
There we go. It's a good idea. All right. Till next time.
We shall see. Cheers.
All right. Cheers.